press play.
Thanks, Dana. Zach Bell, a member of the Canadian cycling team and a member of the Olympic team, just fresh back from Beijing on the World Cup circuit. And congratulations are in order.
Yeah, thanks very much. It was a really good race for me, so I'm glad to be able to be here to talk about it a little bit.
Yeah, so had a couple of podium finishes, did you?
Well, there's been a series of events this year, and the last two, one in Cali, Colombia, and the most recent one in Beijing. I came back with a medal from each, a gold from Cali in the scratch race, and then finally silver medal from the points race, which is my Olympic event. So it was pretty sweet to come back with that.
So, well, here's the podium where you're getting your medal in Beijing. What happened in the race? What was your strategy going in, and how did it play out for you?
I think my strategy going in was to kind of conserve my energy, and you know, there's key moments throughout any race, and in the points race, a lot of times they come towards the end. So for me, it was to conserve energy and then really have the gas left at the end to be able to score the points to overtake maybe the one or two guys that were ahead of me. I knew I was going to be one of the top 5 or 6 going in, and yeah, it ended up in the last 2 sprints I was able to kind of make up a points deficit on the Polish rider to take the silver medal. So.
Now, the air quality, was it a problem?
It had definitely changed from the Olympics. We went in December of last year, and it was an issue, and I would say it was a similar kind of an issue. I mean, I'm still kind of coughing up a little bit from the trip, but I think I've adapted to it a little bit. I did a training camp in LA right before, so that kind of helped. And then, so yeah, I think it was definitely, we had probably 4 good days and then 2 that were not so good, and one of those was, you know, you basically couldn't see across the street. So yeah.
These are shots from that Rob Jones took for you at the Olympics. What was it like being back in Beijing now for another cycling event? What was the mood difference between this and the Olympics?
I think anytime you go to an event post-Olympics, the energy level is just way down. You know, leading into the Olympics and at the Olympics, all the teams are very, they keep to themselves, right? They're very focused, and they have a lot of energy kind of focused inwards. And then you get to an event like this, and everyone's sort of relaxed. The cycle's starting over again. A lot of the athletes are younger, and so they're getting ready for the next set, you know, the next set of races to come along. And it was kind of, the fun had kind of come back into it. I mean, for me, I was always enjoying it, but you could definitely see a lot more smiles on people's faces.
Zach, with the Winter Olympics here in Vancouver, and there's so much emphasis being put on those athletes, do you feel almost like second-class citizens being a Summer Olympic athlete? Do you feel that a bit?
I don't know if it's second-class citizens, but there's definitely a lot more attention from you know, a lot of the corporate world towards the Winter Olympics. You know, anyone you work with in sort of sport marketing as a summer athlete right now, they're saying, you know, you have to be...
Start skiing?
Well, yeah, essentially. Like you have to be very careful, you know, because this is going to be a meager time in the next 2 years for Canadian summer athletes. But, you know, it's also good to be involved in a city where the sport culture is growing and there's more infrastructure going in that long term, you know, going into 2012, that's things that we're going to be able to use as Summer Olympic athletes as well. So.
Very good. And are you looking to 2012 to compete again?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, the camp I was at in LA was actually a 2012 identification camp, and I've sort of moved from being one of the junior athletes now to being one of the senior athletes, and there's a lot of young guys that are like 16, and you know, they're going pretty quick for me already. So, you know, I got to keep up the energy over the next 4 years. But I think it's definitely on the radar.
Well, I know you're leaving tomorrow for more trips.
Yep.
And so congratulations.
Thanks
good
much.
for you.
Yes, very good.
Thanks for dropping by.
See you again. Thanks, and best of luck.
Thank you.
Keep in touch. We like following the progress, Mark.
We sure do. Thanks so much, you guys.